Hey guys, and welcome to the official YouTube channel for FPL Updates, the home of Fantasy Premier League tips for every FPL game week. If you're new to the channel, make sure to get subscribed for weekly FPL content. My name is Bretsby, and you may know me from my own FPL channel, so once you're finished here, perhaps go and check that out as well. You're watching the Game Week 15 preview, where I'll be taking you through what I believe are some of the key fixtures of the FPL game week. The early kickoff sees Watford take on Everton. After 14 games apiece, only 2 points separate these two sides, who are both out of form at the moment. Watford with just one win, and Everton without any in their last 4 games respectively. This one is difficult to call, with both sets of teams missing some creativity in their midfield. Watford's Pereira is suspended for one, and if you didn't know already, Yannick Bolasie of Everton is out for potentially the entire season with an injury, so definitely get rid of him if you haven't already. After 4 blanks from Lukaku, a lot of managers, including myself, have lost faith in the Belgian, and with a lot of his goals being assisted by the now injured Bolasie this season, well, the stats aren't looking good for him. On this basis, I'd have looked elsewhere for a striker by now, but if you still fancy him, then go with your gut, and best of luck to you, because he is due a goal. Crystal Palace finally got a much needed win under their belt in that convincing 3-0 against Southampton. This also saw them keep their first clean sheet of the season. If they're now looking to turn this win into a positive run of form, then there aren't many better teams out there to be playing than Hull City. Palace's Christian Benteke has 4 goals in 4 games now, so he'll be looking to extend this purple patch, and I think there's a good chance of that this weekend. I'd also be feeling very comfortable with the budget option Wilfried Zaha in my midfield this week. Despite a blank from him in his last game, he dished out 5 assists in his previous 5 before that, so against Hull, he could chip in with some points as well. From a Hull perspective, the only real viable FPL option is Robert Snodgrass, who has gone a little quiet recently. But if you still have Snodgrass in your side, then I'd certainly give him one more shot here. Hull City may not win the game, but let's not forget that until last week, Palace hadn't kept a clean sheet all season, so Snodgrass could chip in with some points. Arsenal versus Stoke is always a feisty affair, so that'll certainly be a game of interest. It's one of those fixtures that Arsenal never seem to look forward to, so it wouldn't surprise me at all if there was an upset on the cards here. With that said, there's no way of ignoring Alexis Sanchez here, after his 2 superb game weeks lately. Myself, like a lot of managers, will be using that Aguero money to bring in the Chilean forward, and he's hard to ignore with this fixture incoming. So I'd have to advise bringing him in if you can. But if you choose to avoid him and he blanks, well, fair play to you. Swansea face Sunderland this weekend in a huge bottom of the table clash. Neither defensive record looks good this season, and it's another one of those games that both teams will want to win. Therefore, it could offer up some goals. You have to feel that if Swansea lose this, there'll be serious pressure heaped on Bob Bradley, so they'll surely be out to attack, which could leave them exposed at the back. Sunderland, despite being down in the table, have put together a run of 3 wins in 4 games, and Jermaine Defoe, who has been pivotal to this positive run, is the key man for me. After Swansea shipped 9 goals in their last 2 games, Jermaine Defoe looks a great striking option to have in your FPL team, and for me seems a sensible downgrade from the underperforming Lukaku. There is a big positive in the way of Swansea though, and that's that their run of fixtures over the Christmas period looks very nice indeed. This means star man Gylfi Sigurdsson could be a great addition to your squad, not just for this weekend, but for many game weeks to come. Leicester, the current champions, find themselves in a relegation battle currently, and just came off the back of a thumping 5-0 defeat to Porto in midweek. Granted, they were heavily changed for that Champions League game, but even when they've got their strongest 11 out, they still haven't turned up in the league. With this considered, you'd have to fancy Man City getting a result here, or at the very least, scoring a few goals. With Aguero now suspended, he'll be a huge miss, but this gives other key players, like De Bruyne, the opportunity to shine. And a great differential for me, at a low price of 6.6 million, is Iheanacho, who has an excellent scoring record for Man City when he starts, so I fancy him to bag a goal this weekend. I've jam-packed my team with a triple-up of Chelsea players this week, ahead of their visit from West Brom. West Brom have been in good form recently, and they do have a history of causing Chelsea some problems at the bridge, but this Chelsea side look unbeatable lately, and I can't see past the Chelsea win. The likes of Marcus Alonso, Eden Hazard and the ever-present Diego Costa have to be in your considerations this game week. United Spurs looks to be a cracker this weekend, and honestly, it's one of those games I'll have to sit on the fence with. Spurs will be confident they can pull off an upset here, and the form of Harry Kane and Christian Eriksen is hard to ignore. For me personally, I've neglected these two players for this game week, because from my recollection, Tottenham have never had much luck travelling to Old Trafford. So for me, I'm waiting one more week before considering the likes of Eriksen and Kane, because their fixtures look fantastic following this game week. We end the weekend with Liverpool's home game against West Ham. After a shock defeat against Bournemouth, Liverpool will need a response if they want to stay in contention for that top spot, so nothing but a win here is good enough, against a West Ham side that are really lacking confidence. It's confirmed that Sadio Mane should be fit for this game, so he looks a great option, with a great record at home and an 11-point haul in his previous game week. Alternatively, you could stick with Roberto Firmino, who has equal chance of racking up some points here. As for their striker, Divock Origi, he could provide a very nice differential, with him finding some goal-scoring form since Coutinho's injury. Clearly, with what I'm advising, I'm fancying a Liverpool win here, with Joel Matip also returning to solidify that Liverpool defence. And that's all for this game week. Really hope you enjoyed the video and found it a little bit informative. But remember, I can only give advice, so you've got to make sure to go with your gut. Get subscribed if you haven't already, and then for more FPL content, maybe head on over to my own YouTube channel, which can be found in the description. Take it easy and good luck for Game Week 15.